I never expected to snap that evening, yet the sight of her all glammed up, heading out to a place that clearly didn't include me, ignited a fire deep within. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ryan, 36 years old, and I've shared 12 wonderful years of marriage with Emily. I've always prided myself on staying level-headed, never envious at the office, during social events, or even when buddies poked fun at my steady demeanor. But on that particular night, my composure cracked wide open. It unfolded just like a typical Friday. I was wrapping up the dinner cleanup in our kitchen when Emily walked in, wearing a fresh outfit I'd never laid eyes on before. It was understated yet sophisticated, perfect for a casual get-together. Yet in her gaze there shimmered a playful glint blended with anticipation that instantly set off alarms in my mind. "Heading out somewhere?" I inquired, striving to sound casual. She grinned, cocked her head a bit, and answered, "Only a brief meal with a pal." I hesitated, sensing the burden of our long-standing routine weighing heavily. In a gentle but firm tone I warned, "If you walk out that door tonight, don't plan on returning." Those words landed hard on her. My intention wasn't to frighten. It was to establish a clear boundary. A firm stand on mutual honor, faithfulness, and the vows we'd exchanged so long ago. She chuckled softly, dismissed it with a wave, and departed, her shoes echoing through the hall in a taunting beat that challenged my authority. I lingered at home, wandering the family room restlessly. My pulse quickened, not purely from rage, but from that gnawing anxiety signaling impending shift. My thoughts replayed the subtle clues I'd brushed aside for months. Unexpected extended evenings away, additional incoming calls, her dodging closeness with offhand reasons that now seemed scripted. I attempted to convince myself it was harmless, that I was imagining things, but instinctively I recognized she was pushing limits, and that playful gleam in her eyes signaled this night would be anything but routine. Near 10 p.m., the rumble of a vehicle arriving outside jolted me. My gut twisted. It wasn't Emily's car. She was meant to be enjoying supper with her buddy. Glancing discreetly through the window coverings, I spotted her emerging, but accompanied. Then it dawned on me. The discreet step I'd taken days prior on a whim. I'd installed a compact recorder in the family area, a safeguard I never thought I'd require. Reviewing the recording later, my fingers trembling, revealed Emily approaching the door of a polished dark luxury car stationed opposite our house, sharing laughs with a stranger. It went beyond mere secrecy. It was the joy radiating from her, the complete disregard for even a quick look back at our residence. A heavy blend of fury and sorrow pressed on my chest, stealing my breath. Seated on the sofa's arm, drawing in air deeply, I acknowledged I'd arrived at a crossroads I'd evaded for too long. I couldn't overlook this. The foundation of trust, those countless shared dawns and midnight conversations, had eroded gradually. That evening delivered the decisive blow. This marked the moment I chose to reclaim authority, not through outburst but with resolute insight. I started composing a text, selecting phrases deliberately. No desire for conflict. I aimed to convey the gravity of her departure. I typed, "If you step out tonight, don't return. This is your last warning on limits." Pausing to weigh the fallout, yet upon pressing send, a wave of calm enveloped me. I'd finally voiced my stance. As midnight approached, she slipped back into the house, or at least entered quietly, pretending normalcy. Yet her expression betrayed hesitation, doubt, perhaps a touch of alarm. Then I spotted it. Her device vibrating repeatedly. Alerts, fleeting peaks, texts she swiftly concealed while crossing the room. In my own space, I'd never felt so invisible. No pleas or discussions could erase the rift she'd caused. Suddenly, a glimpse in the glass from the adjacent property. A silhouette capturing footage of her arrival. The truth crashed over me. Her outings, her hidden adventures were exposed publicly. She hadn't simply ventured out, she'd been caught outright. That's when the profound irony sank in. Often, fate handles accountability without interference. We simply withdraw and allow outcomes to emerge. The awareness of exposure transformed her instantly. She stilled, her confidence fading into unease absent earlier. In that instant, the accumulation of time bore down, yet brought unprecedented sharpness. I wasn't the antagonist or an overly suspicious partner unraveling. I was an individual restoring his standards, dignity, and future. Her response to discovering the recording and facing reality conveyed volumes beyond any debate. If you've endured a time when someone dismissed your limits, share in the comments below. Let's connect over these experiences. Reclining, allowing the strain to ebb, I grasped how such evenings uncover realities, not only in partnerships, but within oneself, highlighting endurance and thresholds you never knew existed. As Emily remained motionless, I sensed the dynamics had flipped. Control no longer rested with her. It was mine, guided by steady resolve. Emily's gaze locked with mine, revealing doubt for the first time in ages, replacing that usual playful spark. The atmosphere thickened subtly yet profoundly. At last, she faced the truth she'd evaded. I remained quiet, permitting the silence to resonate. Inhaling steadily, I broke it. Emily, I've invested years in faith, support, and freedom for you to thrive. But standards are essential. Tonight's choice wasn't merely an outing. It disregarded our shared foundation. She parted her lips to respond, yet silence prevailed. Fidgeting with her device, avoiding my eyes. Quiet confrontation, I learned, often outweighs volume. This centered on recognition, perspective, and natural repercussions. Settling on the couch edge, keeping space, I pondered the overlooked red flags from the prior year. Unanswered rings, vague explanations, accumulating deceptions. It struck me, individuals probe edges not from cruelty but from forgetting they exist. Enforcing them safeguards your serenity. Emily finally met my eyes, wide with inquiry, hinting acknowledgement, possible remorse, and apprehension. It resonated deeply. A lesson resurfaced. Standards declare self-worth. Advancing inwardly, I stated, starting now, everything changes. You've overstepped, and I won't permit recurrence. Without mutual honor, is this truly unity or mere habit? She gulped, nodding faintly. The room's intensity was palpable, yet oddly liberating in its honesty. Partnerships thrive on affection, but demand reliability, responsibility, and shared insight. When foundations weaken, the whole falters. If someone you know battles enforcing standards, pass this along. It might transform their approach to connections. Time ticked on silently afterward. Emily navigated the space cautiously, her confidence tempered. I observed without criticism, trusting deeds over declarations. Her image in the passage reflector drew my eye. Pensive, unsettled, maybe fearful of the ripple effects, that sufficed. Balance restores when actions meet repercussions directly. Reflecting on our journey, the joint dinners, cozy film nights, those treasures endured, yet didn't justify ongoing disregard. Affection strengthens standards, not erodes them. That insight felt transformative. Craving more authentic tales on faith, honor, and tough relational decisions? Subscribe today, these discussions matter deeply. Deep into the night, post-bedtime, I revisited the sequence mentally. Anger lingered, yet mingled with quiet satisfaction, not in retribution but in resilience. Upholding firm had restored my autonomy in treatment. For months' end, fearlessness in truth felt liberating. Dawn brought Emily's tentative approach. Ryan, regarding yesterday. I interjected softly. Choices carry weight, Emily. Let's advance with transparency and honor. Nothing else. She agreed. A subtle nod toward comprehension. Not full mending, not total fix, but recognition. If you prioritize honor and standards in bonds, tap like it signals valuing peace over turmoil. A week unfolded, routines persisting, yet core change evident. Emily regarded me anew, not bitterly, not resentfully, but with respectful wariness born of insight. I met our bond with composed confidence, no longer tolerating minor slights. From this equilibrium sprang authentic accord, serene, honorable, genuine. Ever reinforced a standard that altered a connection? Share below. Like if it resonates. Subscribe for tales of challenging paths yielding true development. In retrospect, that evening transcended dispute. It illuminated clarity's strength. Not vengeance but active standards. Occasionally, resolute stance unveils truths beyond words. Emily's doubt and discomfort mirrored decisions facing outcomes. Finally, I comprehended. Honor isn't claimed. It's upheld through calm resolve, and it transforms everything.